Hello, welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rachelle, and I'm doing a reading for the collective, starting with some prosperity dust. Whee. I was guided to revisit a spread I did a little while ago called Well, That Escalated Quickly. So let's start with some angel cards. Integrity. There's an angel standing there, and at its heart is a star. On its chest, we'll say. Has a star on its chest. Integrity. Vision. There's an angel in front of an eye chart. Ooh. One hand, a hand over one eye. And the chart says soul, sight, future. Integrity and vision. I'm also drawn to point out that this angel is wearing green. I haven't really paid attention to that before. Green is the color of the heart chakra. This one's wearing blue. Blue, this color blue most aligns with the third eye. The sixth chakra? No. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So there's something about being in integrity is somehow connected to your intuition. Maybe your intuition is guiding you to be in integrity or to do something that keeps you in integrity. And this vision here, it's like seeing through the heart. Seeing the future, having clear sight through the heart. The heart and the third eye are connected. Okay, so situation that's unfolding. What's the external chaos? I'm gonna go with the wisdom of the oracle. What's this situation that's unfolding? The external chaos. Serendipity, number 18. Milk and honey, 51. Peace in reverse, 23. Oh. Wow, okay. This is like everything's so great and it's all happening so fast that you're like it's throwing you totally off balance. This is a good problem to have. God, with serendipity and milk and honey, this is like everything aligning perfectly, and getting your just reward is what I'm getting. There's this luxurious feeling here with this card. You're able to like really just, it's like you're just getting rained down upon. All this, like everything is aligning so perfectly and so quickly that it's throwing you off balance. And there's I don't fully understand what this piece in reverse is. Typically this is about external chaos that you cannot control. And so there's a need to go within and find your peace, find your center. And so it's like stuff is happening at such a rapid rate, and in just multitudes of things are falling in your lap, and you're kind of getting buried by it all. And so it's really good, but it is it's something to adjust to. It's still chaotic. Your world is changing. I keep getting rapid, like it's quick. It's all happening all at once. You're being lifted, you're being dropped down. It's like, in a way, it makes me think of Wizard of Oz, where, you know, she goes from this, you know, kind of, I don't know if it's a mundane life, but, you know, she goes from living her life in Kansas and everything's black and white, and, you know, they work on the farm and do their things, and all of a sudden she's like whisked away and dropped down in this land of color, and like it's so different. It's so different from what she's used to. So, you know, and just talking about that movie, it's implying that there's some kind of journey that you have begun, and you don't even know like what to do with yourself, because it's just like everything is all a swirl. Your mind is all a swirl. It's just it's really, really good, and also overwhelming. And so it's like you're struggling to find your peace within all this goodness. So, okay, that's the external chaos. So let's look at the root issue that was avoided or overlooked. Let me go with the Light Seers deck. What's the root issue that was avoided or overlooked? I can't even shuffle. Devil in reverse. Capricorn energy. Page of Swords in reverse. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the Tower, Scorpio. So there's something about overcoming addictions, toxic thinking, fears, feeling stuck or trapped or tied to something. But along with this, there's some kind of complacency. There's some kind of like I don't know if it has to do with the process of overcoming the addictions themselves, or overcoming something that was really, that had you stuck or tied down. But it's, you know, and to finish that thought, it's like when we overcome something that has had us stuck in some way, the process itself can be challenging, because we go through a period of time of withdrawal of some kind, of just trying to get through to the other side, which can be a struggle. And then we finally get to the other side, but it's not like we don't usually just wake up one day and go, all better. It's a process. And so it has something to do with the process of you coming to the other side of something and being successful at it, doing it. It's like maybe you're tired, or maybe you're just kind of, you're still kind of maybe working through some residual energies, or it's like there's something about missing some kind of information, not doing your due diligence maybe, or like needing to read up on something. something about not doing what you need to do to keep yourself from backsliding, maybe. There's missing the point, missing the information. She's carrying all these light bulbs, and she's reading a book, and she's on tiptoes going over this waterfall. In reverse, it's like not paying attention and falling off, but it's like not even doing the work, missing the aha moment, or not. Somehow there, like, maybe there was an epiphany that was bypassed or overlooked, or it was like so kind of the word normal is coming to mind. I don't know if that's the right word. It was just, it seemed so ordinary. It was like, oh, well, yeah, of course, whatever, I'm just gonna, like, something made so much sense that you just kind of brushed it aside, not realizing how important it was. And so in comes this tower, something to shake things up, to make you realize that you missed something. This tower is like falling over the waterfall, or falling down. This is the epiphany. This is the epiphany that you missed after having overcome something. And that's the thing about this tower, is there's nothing bad happening in this image. In fact, we have really, it's a big, lightning strike, big, lightning bolts. Oh, interesting. I've never really looked at this image before. We have all these butterflies, these monarch butterflies, and they are dissolving. There's something about them dissolving. And this squirrel is down there just looking up at everything like, what? What's happening? The squirrel is protected inside its little mound, its little home. But even the acorns, oh, those are acorns, are starting to dissolve. So something where you had thought you prepared, you'd squirreled something away, you thought you had gone through this transformation, you thought you were done, but there was something you overlooked, and the universe sent something happened here. Yeah, actually, let's take a look at that. What happened? What is this tower? Because it's a shakeup, but it's not destroying anything. It's just more like, I suppose in a way there's destruction, because of, it's like what you thought you had to prepare for isn't what you had to prepare for at all. Like you did something that was unnecessary. Knight of Wands. Three of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you got involved. You found yourself back into it. The idea of this devil in reverse. You overcame something successfully, but because of not doing your due diligence, you got caught up in a similar situation as you were before, maybe, or you got involved in something that seemed really good. There's a lot of inspiration here, a lot of fun, a lot of cooperation, freedom. working together successfully, but then something fell apart. What you were building wasn't built on a solid foundation. And it's interesting. I just got a message from a friend who he changed phones. He lost his email, or he forgot, he didn't write down his password. It was connected to his old phone somehow, an old email password. And so on Spotify, we've been friends chatting on Spotify. It's sharing songs and stuff. And he just sent a message saying, I can't find you on Spotify. It's like and that's part of the message. There's something about working on something and having a good time and building, but then it all falling apart. That's everything started to dissolve because you didn't do your research. I don't know if this is something that seemed too good to be true. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it started out really solid, but it just wasn't right. I mean, this could be something having to do with family. Maybe it has to do with something where you started to build in a new way with new people, and then that caused some family thing to end. Or fall apart. Maybe there's a major loss of funds, financing. Something you had built didn't work out, or something you were building. Okay, interesting. Because you couldn't be found. You thought you were connected, but then someone couldn't find you, or you couldn't find them. Something went haywire in the connection. Okay, so let's look at the core lesson trying to be learned. Core lesson trying to be learned. And I will get some water. I want my Edgar Allan Poe tarot. Core lesson trying to be learned. Ace of Eyeballs in reverse. This is Ace of Wands. Six of Cups. This is Six of Crows. Six of Crows. 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Graves in reverse. Once again. Okay. Core lesson trying to be learned is that just because you have history with someone doesn't mean that they're meant to be in your life forever. There is a big ending that has happened. Some kind of huge shakeup in family or friends, or some kind of long-term, maybe romantic situation. There's been a definite ending. And the lesson is that you weren't feeling inspired. There was a lack of drive to make something good. It's like there's this Ace of Eyeballs in reverse it's like mistaking the Knight of Wands for the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Wands is super fun, and it's excited. It's in the moment. There's a lot of innovation and inspiration with this. But if you don't have the foundation of it, it's not going to take you far because this is an unreliable energy. It's very in the moment. You need your ace as your pilot light. Let's see, think about like building a campfire. If you just throw a bunch of balls of paper into the, and start your fire, it's going to burn hot and bright for a little while, and then it's done. You need to have your foundational pieces, and then your kindling to keep, to get that fire going, and then your paper starts it, and then the kindling catches, and then that's what gets the bigger pieces to burn. And you didn't have those foundational pieces. And this is based in some kind of something you're connected to the past, something that felt like like soulmate energy. Again, with family, friends, romantic, otherwise, like there's something here, someone you potentially knew from the past. Wait, what's happening in this image? So there's all these crows flying around, and we're at a gate here. I can't even fully understand what's behind the gate. It's like there's some kind of stone that's on top of a pedestal of some kind, or a brick wall. And it's all within, it's almost like a mausoleum or something that's enclosed. And there's a path leading to it, but there's nothing there. Like it's formless. It's just kind of a big hunk of rock. There's a path that leads to, I don't want to say nothing, but it's not something you thought it was or was going to be. It may be something that wore down over time. And so there's this shattering. The core lesson is you have to have those foundational pieces to keep the fire going, or you won't have the long-term success and longevity in a situation. Wow. Okay. So, what's ending? What's ending because of all of this? Whoa, crazy hair. Yeah. Let me go to my Guardian Tarot, my creepy tree friends. What's ending because of all of this? I mean, clearly there's some kind of ending in a long-term something or other. Connection, partnership, business, job. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. Is this a job? Tower in reverse. What's ending? Lovers. Gemini. Nine of Cups. Personal satisfaction in a relationship that's just, there's a gradual what is it? Gotta look at my notes. A smooth transition away from some kind of partnership. That once, either that once gave you some personal satisfaction, or gave the person or people you were dealing with some satisfaction. It's over. And it's like you're not fighting this. There's just kind of like oh, okay, this is what's happening now. Everything's dissolving. This could have to do with somebody who had their own best interests at heart, in mind, and weren't as cooperative or collaborative as you thought. Interesting in this image, because we have a church, and then off in the distance there's a lighthouse, and then we have a signpost with a lot of different signs pointing in different directions. So this is, I've had a lot of readings come up recently about crossroads, and I even did a reading specifically about crossroads, and there seems to be more than one direction to go. Like you're not just looking at this way or that way. You have a bunch of different options, opportunities. Something is opening up to you, or it's like it seemed like there were two choices. That's ending. Those two choices it's like you're meant to leave town. You don't go to the church, don't go to the lighthouse. That's all part of the same thing. You're meant to go off in some new directions, like Wizard of Oz. You're meant to go to a whole new world. Land of milk and honey. That's why all this is happening, because you're supposed to leave your home. You've squirreled things away, you've built things up, but everything's dissolving. It's not for you anymore. You're supposed to go somewhere else, rebuild, reforage, resave, whatever. So what's trying to begin? What's trying to begin? What do I do? Oh, okay. Let me use my angel tarot. What's trying to begin? The Sun, Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Well, the happy outcome is what's trying to begin. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. You have a loss of success here. Something did not work out. Whatever you were working on building didn't have the proper foundation. That's why the tower happened. You need to rebuild. And so what's trying to begin? Confidence, and confidence in yourself. Maybe this is something that you are meant to do on your own, rather than leaning on someone who maybe is a lot of fun, but not totally reliable. I don't know. Or that could be an energy that you were embodying. Also, Leo energy here. The High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. What's trying to begin is this happy outcome that needs your consideration. You need patience, you need time, especially after a big tower moment, because that kind of thing, the disruption, the chaos, takes time to adapt to adjust, to kind of find your footing again, figure out how you're going to go in a new direction, what your plan is. Listening to your intuition. Didn't I say that in the beginning? Oh, right. I was talking about that with the integrity card. it's tied to your intuition. This is about making choices. Your intuition is tied to making choices that keep you in integrity. Yeah, that's what's trying to begin. That's what leads you to all this amazing goodness. Oh, and I forgot to say High Priestess for me as a reader, Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces, all water signs. And then we have the wheel, and I learned recently this is all fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. A time of positive change. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward. Suddenly. I was saying that. This feels very rapid. Suddenly moves forward after a time of patience, after just processing, there's a word that wants to come out, but I can't grab onto it. It's like, yeah, finding your footing, you're overcoming, you're healing, you're coming out of something. And anyway, time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. It's like you were putting your efforts into something, maybe your finances, but it was a money pit, or your finances got used in a way that worked against you. My son's dad, he owned a record shop for a while, way back in the day. And his business partner, unbeknownst to him, was just taking money out of the till and spending it however he wanted. The business didn't last very long. I think it folded within a year. It was fun. It was really fun. People would go and hang out. It was it was the hub, and he was putting in all the effort. He was making it happen, but he had someone else. He was doing the collaboration, but then someone was taking the money and just being frivolous with it. So there's something about, because you have the wherewithal, you have the knowledge and the ability to do the due diligence, to do the work, to have the happy outcome. And so you're putting that into, and you're putting all of that into action and making something of yourself and your life without someone who is kind of siphoning off of you or depleting you in some way, or or just a situation that just there isn't a solid foundation. So, how to repair and move forward? How do you repair and move forward? Feeling drawn to my good tarot deck, my learner's deck. How do you repair and move forward? The moon, Pisces, also Cancerian energy. Messenger of fire. That's fire signs, by the way. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the world. Again, we have fixed signs. Here we go. So once again, we have trusting your intuition. Learning to listen, learning to really hear your intuition. Because that's what keeps you in your own lane, on the right path. It keeps you in integrity with your words, your actions, your thoughts even. And so, um, it's staying connected to that part of yourself, knowing that on any journey, you're not going to see the entire journey laid out before you. You might be given that as a template or an outline, but I want to say on pretty much, I can't say every journey. It's not true. You can't say, I don't subscribe to the word every or never. But very, very, very often, the journey changes as you walk it, because you change. How you see, what you want, what you do, all of it. It's like there are detours. There are things that you learn along the way. And so anyway, to repair and move forward is about getting back in touch with your passion. What drives you? And there's something very innovative about you, very creative, how you show up. There's something that is wanting to be birthed through you. And your intuition is guiding you through your passion, your excitement. And that is what is leading you to this the ultimate rewards, success, everything that you were trying to build before, you finally get, but it's even better than you imagined, because you're now open to the idea that if you just let the current take you, well, also, it's not just like, oh, we'll just see what happens. Like, there's a very deliberate kind of thing. Like, you're going with the current. You're not trying to paddle or swim upstream, but you do have your boat. You do have your paddle. You can kind of navigate your way through that current. Keep yourself from getting stuck in eddies and I just had a moment with myself. You're in control of to an extent, of your journey. You can kind of navigate around the if there are rapids, that showed up yesterday in my reading, navigate around the rocks, and there are times when you'll hit those rapids, but you're wearing your helmet, you've got your paddle, you're in your little boat, you're like hunker down when you need to, and that is working for you. And you are going to come to a time, it's going to happen very quickly, when you're like, oh my God, I had no idea. And so you're going to be left with having to find a way to manage, to adjust to everything, because it's so good. It's so different from where you have been. But it's all coming from your vision. That's what this messenger of fire is. This is your vision. This is your soul sight. It has been guiding you. There's something that wants to be birthed through you. That's something only you can bring to the world. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be very well received. It could have something to do with, being received around the world. Maybe you're going to move or travel, or maybe this has to do with something you do online. But you're getting paid, and all the space, it's all happening. It's happening fast, and it's showering down upon you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I still don't have my thing. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. Reach.